Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, the lies of the Congress party about saffron terror are debunked as all the 7 accused in the Malegaon case are totally acquitted. At 9 o'clock tonight, the bitterness of being Rahul Gandhi, as he calls the world's 4th largest economy, a dead economy. Rahul Gandhi says the Indian economy is a dead economy, according to him. And ladies and gentlemen, 17 years, ladies and gentlemen, 17 years after the Malegaon blast, a special NIA court in Mumbai has acquitted all the 7 accused, including former BJP MP Sadhvi Pragya Thakur, including the nationalist Colonel Brigadier Shrikant Purohit in the 2008 Malegaon blast case. And ladies and gentlemen, it's taken 17 years. After 17,000 headlines about saffron terrorism, after 17 lakh abuses about Hindus being terrorists, after 17 crore false allegations that Hindus carry out terrorism in India, the Congress party, which says that 26/11 was an RSS conspiracy, after all these lies of the Congress party and the determined attempts of the Congress party, the absolutely determined attempts of the Congress party to rationalize Islamist terrorism by drawing a false equivalence with a non-existent phenomenon called Hindu terrorism. That entire conspiracy behind it has been laid bare. And all those acquitted include former BJP MP Pragya Thakur, former military intelligence officer, in fact, serving military intelligence officer, Brigadier Shrikant Prasad Purohit, Major Ramesh Upadhyay, Ajay Rahirkar, Samir Kulkarni, Sudhakar Chaturvedi and Sudhakar Dwivedi, all of whom were falsely called by Sonia Gandhi as terrorists, by Rahul Gandhi as terrorists, by Chidambaram, Sushil Kumar Shinde as terrorists. Today they are all quiet when the NIA court says that the prosecution failed to prove the case. The provision of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act are not applicable, the court said, and they are silent today. They are silent when the court has said that there is no evidence to prove at all that Colonel Shrikant Purohit had sourced RDX from Kashmir and assembled the bomb at his residence. When the court has said that all this was one big lie by the Congress party. One amazing falsification of fact, which just shows how vicious the Congress party was about Hinduism and Hindutva. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember the day I interviewed Sadhvi Pragya Thakur. And coincidentally, I would like to point out here today that that interview was done by me on the 29th of October, 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 days after I did the interview in which Sadhvi Pragya Thakur named Parambir Singh as one of the officers who had tortured her, that was her clear allegation, they arrested me. Maybe they felt I was speaking too much and too loud, and like Shrikant Purohit and like Sadhvi Pragya Thakur, I also deserved to be taught a lesson by this Congress ecosystem, which we, the nationalists of India, will always question. Not because we have a problem with that Congress ecosystem, but because we dislike the way in which that Congress ecosystem stands against Hindus, Hindutva and Hinduism. And we dislike the fact that that Congress ecosystem, led at that point of time by same Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, tried to say that Hindu terrorism is a phenomenon which exists. So anyway, in that interview that I had done 5 days before, this Congress ecosystem arrested me. This Congress ecosystem arrested me. Sadhvi Pragya Thakur had said that then ATS officer Parambir Singh had brutally tortured her, beaten her with a belt, forced her onto a wired belt and surrounded by officers who thrashed her relentlessly. And if you think that is a lie, ladies and gentlemen, just hear this. Hear this.
उन्होंने पूरा सर्कल बनाया और सर्कल बना करके एक साथ पीटा। पहले मुझे खड़ा करके पीटा उसके बाद मुझे बिठा दिया, तो खड़े जब किया तो खड़े होने के बाद मेरे पूरे पैरों में, पूरे हाथों में इतनी बुरी तरह से मारा बेल्टों से कि वो असहनीय होता है। उसके बाद मुझे बिठा दिया जाता है और बिठाने के बाद तलवों में और पैरों में इतने बेल्ट मारे जाते हैं एक साथ कि अकल्पनीय होता है किसी के लिए, सुनना भी शायद कष्टकारी है। इसलिए लोग रोते हैं हमारी बातों को सुन करके, मुझे भी बड़ा कष्ट तब हो जाता है। लेकिन इतना मारा और मारने पर भी इसको संतुष्टि नहीं हुई परमवीर सिंह को, और इस परमवीर सिंह ने एक इंस्पेक्टर थी और एक इंस्पेक्टर था, इनके बेल्ट छीने और छीन करके कहा कि तुम लोगों में ताकत नहीं है, मुझे लाओ, इसको तो मैं देखता हूं। और गालियों के साथ, इसको साली के साथ और तमाम गालियां देते हुए, इसको तो मैं देखता हूं। और जितनी इनमें ताकत थी वो पूरी ताकत इन्होंने मेरे ऊपर बरसा दी बेल्टों को मारते हुए। और इस व्यक्ति को हम यदि कोई भी उपमा दें वो छोटी होगी, राक्षस भी कहे तो भी छोटा होगा, क्योंकि ये बहुत ही निम्न स्तर का व्यक्ति है।
Ladies and gentlemen, within 5 days of that interview, they arrested me. No problem. I came out stronger. But I would like to ask not just the Congress, but the BJP today. I want to ask the BJP that what is the BJP government, both in Maharashtra and at the center, going to do to act against those people who falsified the case? Is it not the responsible of the now central and state government to file an appropriate case against those people who falsified evidence? Why is it that in this country you can torture someone, you can pull out false testimonies, you can put people in jail, you can torture people, and then you are allowed to get away with it, while the person like Sadhvi Pragya Thakur was brought out after she was thrashed by these police officers. I now want to run full frame the pictures of her when she came out of questioning. And I want to ask the Congress and the BJP, why are you quiet today? Does it not make you angry? I want to ask the central government today and the state government today that have you not seen the pictures? Forget the fact that she's a BJP, ex-BJP MP. Look at the pictures of her when she came out. Tortured and beaten so badly she could not stand. She had to be pulled out on a stretcher. And you have called this lady who was thrashed and beaten by cops with a belt, you've called her a terrorist. Is her acquittal enough? I say it's not enough. There must be anger in this country at the sheer injustice of what happened to her. Just because the Congress wanted to equalize the Hafiz Saeed. So they created a story that for every Hafiz Saeed there is a Hindu terrorist. And watch her, ladies and gentlemen, hug Uma Bharti there. For Uma Bharti felt the pain that Sadhvi Pragya Thakur was going through, and even today, let me tell you, she has been beaten so badly physically, ladies and gentlemen. And the people who say, Ladki hoon, lad sakti hoon, Priyanka Vadra will be quiet today because it's okay for them. That a woman was beaten and tortured so badly and brutalized so badly that even today, the scars on her body have not healed. And we think that in our country, all we have to do is say, okay, acquittal. And what will bring the career and the life of Colonel Shrikant Purohit back? I have had the privilege of knowing him. And I can tell you he's a tough man and a complete nationalist. His family stood by him like a rock. But is it not necessary today for everyone in our institutions, including all people in our armed forces, to come out and say that Colonel Shrikant Purohit, you suffered a lot and it was not fair on you? Colonel and now Brigadier Shrikant Purohit, a complete hero. He's dedicated his entire life for the country. And he paid a price for it. He paid a price for us. He was in jail for almost a decade. He was tortured, beaten. A serving army officer in our country gets tortured in our police stations, beaten, threatened, traumatized. And we say it's okay. Was that not a conspiracy against the Indian army itself? Can anyone question that? This is not a political point I'm making. Forget what P. Chidambaram wanted to do. Forget what Rahul Gandhi or Digvijay Singh wanted to do. Forget what Sushil Kumar Shinde wanted to do. They wanted to fight the BJP, the RSS, but they also fought the Indian army. Hindu Atankwad, Bhagwa Atankwad, Fauji Atankwad. Why? So that within a few weeks of 26/11, Manmohan Singh could sit and watch cricket with the Pakistani president. They wanted to take the whole argument of Islamist terrorism in India, led by groups like SIMI and PFI, ably supported by the Lashkar-e-Toiba, backed by the ISI. They wanted to put a cover on it because they wanted Aman Ki Asha. They wanted to watch Qawwalis with popcorn. They wanted to play down the angle of terrorism. So they created the whole issue of Hindu terrorism. And that is why Colonel Shrikant Purohit was stripped of his identity, abducted, put in a chartered plane, detained even before any formal arrest. I know there are limitations on Colonel Shrikant Purohit today. I know he cannot speak till he is given official permission by the Indian Army. But someone must speak for him. Someone must tell. He is running away from our reporter not because he does not want to speak. It's because even today, he is a disciplined army officer. He knows that what Republic is saying is correct. But as a disciplined army officer, he is maintaining the protocol. Look at the dignity, the way he dresses when he goes to the courtroom. He shows respect to the uniform, to the position he holds. But let it not be said that he has not suffered, that his family and children have not suffered. For it takes pride and it takes determination to fight those people who are evil. A serving army officer in our country was brutally tortured by ATS officials. There were threats to arrest his wife, but he did not break. There were threats to arrest his sister, but he did not break. There were threats to his family. He was told, confess or we'll kill you, but he did not break. He suffered brutal torture at the hands of the anti-terror squad, but he did not break. Not because he's getting a gallantry award for it, but because he's a true nationalist. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not the point that there is nothing like saffron terror. The point is that there is injustice. A journalist in this country named by Hafiz Saeed, that lady was called Hafiz Saeed, said she's a great journalist. You all know who she is, now trying to change her line, but you know her real nature. She said on Burhan Wani, on the terrorist Burhan Wani, she said, here is a young, educated, tech-savvy, and from economically well-off households. That's the profile of the new age militant in the valley. Why are Kashmir school toppers picking up the gun? You would think that this person who does not deserve to be called a journalist, you would think that she was talking about some startup unicorn founder. No, she was talking about a terrorist. And that's why Hafiz Saeed says she's a great journalist. But ladies and gentlemen, today, I have great pride in saying that there are two people who have fought against all evil almost alone. And along with them, 5 others. They have fought alone. Let us not celebrate and say we fought for them. Republic fought for them, but the nation did not fight for them. I will say so clearly, the nation forgot them. They fought alone. Today the nation should celebrate for them. And the nation must never allow this injustice to happen. Next time a nationalist is fixed by the Congress party or anyone, don't remain quiet. If you're a nationalist, they will come after you. If you're a nationalist, they will hate you. If you're a nationalist, they will fix you. That is their nature and their mentality. That's why Rahul Gandhi says today, I have nothing to say about the Malegaon verdict. Of course you have nothing to say. Because the truth, ladies and gentlemen, is a metaphorical slap on the face of all the conspirators. A tight slap. Let's debate.
आप एक्विटल को कैसे देखते हो साध्वी जी?
17 years later, a case that had attempted to plant the baseless theory of Hindu terror is blown apart into smithereens.
17-year-old long battle comes to an end today. While the all 7 accused of Malegaon blast have been acquitted, ranging from the differences in the charge sheet filed by the ATS and NIA to the Panchnama, which was found to be incorrect, was pronounced during the order at the NIA Special Court.
In the 2008 Malegaon blast case, the NIA has acquitted all 7 accused, including Lieutenant Colonel Purohit and Sadhvi Pragya.
I was accused of something. Today I have been exonerated. I am out of it. I am happy about it.
तो कैसे देखते हैं acquittal को, कैसे देखते हैं? वो बात कर रहे हैं? Okay.
A concerted attempt to tarnish a uniformed officer of the Indian Army is now unmasked.
A serving army officer was framed, jailed and branded as a terrorist. Lieutenant Colonel Prasad Purohit spent 9 years in jail fighting a battle. Was it justice or a political hit job? Was the uniform the real-time target in the Malegaon case?
Congress theory of saffron terror stands more exposed than ever before.
There is a recently uncovered phenomenon of saffron terrorism that has been implicated in many bomb blasts of the past. My advice to you is that we must remain ever vigilant and continue to build at the central and state levels our capacity in counter-terrorism.
हमारे पास ये रिपोर्ट आ गई है इन्वेस्टिगेशन में, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी हो या आरएसएस के हो, उनके जो ट्रेनिंग कैंप है वो हिंदू टेररिज्म बढ़ाने का काम देख रहे हैं।
अब ये बात हम कहते हैं कि हिंदू आतंकवादी नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन जो भी हिंदू आतंकवाद में पकड़ा जाता है वो आरएसएस का क्यों होता है, इसका जवाब भी आरएसएस को देना चाहिए।
Today, the same Congress that propagated this theory has nowhere to hide.
Please don't try and digress the issue. The main issue sitting in front of India today is that the government has destroyed our economic policy, has destroyed our defense policy.
धर्म के आधार पे आतंकवाद नहीं होता है, ना हिंदू आतंकवाद होता है, ना इस्लामिक आतंकवाद होता है। हर धर्म प्रेम, सद्भाव, सत्य और अहिंसा का रूप है।
The victims of this witch hunt are now exposing the truth once again.
Did they ask you to? Did they tell you the names of the leaders that they wanted you to name forcefully, under force?
Primarily, it was Yogi Adityanath ji which they were pressurizing me to name him. At that time, if you remember, in 2008, Yogi Adityanath ji was just a member of parliament and not as a prominent leader as today he is.
They wanted you to name Yogi Adityanath.
Yes, they wanted me to name Yogi Adityanath. It was not just me. There were other witnesses also who were tortured so that they would name RSS people into this.
The BJP today has launched an unsparing attack.
ये कांग्रेस पार्टी की एक सोची हुई रणनीति थी, मैं आपसे कहना चाहता हूं, शुद्ध वोट बैंक पॉलिटिक्स के लिए। It was a well calculated conspiracy of the Congress party for sheer vote bank politics.
The debate is finally settled forever.
कांग्रेस पार्टी इसको भगवा आतंक सिद्ध करने में जुटी हुई है। कांग्रेस दुनिया को हिंदू आतंकवाद की छड़ी बेचने में लगी हुई थी। कांग्रेस के एक नेता ने अमेरिका के बड़े राजनयिक को यहां तक कह दिया था कि लश्कर-ए तोयबा से भी बड़ा खतरा भारत के हिंदू ग्रुप है। यह कहा गया था
कि हिंदू कभी टेररिस्ट नहीं हो सकता। हम कभी टेररिस्ट नहीं हो सकते। क्या कहना चाहते हैं? फर्जी टाइप के केस बनाए, एक भी केस अदालत में नहीं टिका। देशभक्त संगठनों पर आरोप लगाए आपने, सिर्फ आपकी छिछोरी राजनीति के लिए, क्षुल्लक फायदे के लिए। और फिर क्या कर लिया? फिर भी हार गए।
The accused are acquitted. The truth is out. Now it's time for the perpetrators of the saffron terror hoax to face justice.
India's leading public intellectual and editor of Tughlaq, Swaminarayan Gurumurthy, is with us tonight, and he wants to throw some fresh light on the conspiracy out. And I'm excited about this. You have more information, Mr. Gurumurthy, I am told, about the real angle, the depth of the conspiracy about creating the Hindu terror narrative. What more would you like to share about this, sir?
First, I would like to congratulate you for having been consistent in taking this position that the Hindu terror was theorized for a very fraudulent and anti-national electoral politics. You are the only person and was the only channel which had taken this position. And you also said that 5 days after you interviewed Sadhvi, you were arrested by the very same person who tortured to get Sadhvi in and fix her in the Malegaon case. You see, I was associated with preparing the defense and investigating or counter-investigating the charges which were made at that time. Nearly 150 lawyers worked, and I had the opportunity to work with them. And I can tell you how the saffron terror was theorized and how Malegaon blasts were linked to Sanjota blast to make an international case against the RSS. This is the most important thing that has to be investigated. And there I think the Malegaon investigators, whether it is Paramveer Singh or whosoever, I don't know, they created a link between Malegaon blast and the Samjhauta blast. That is what I want to tell you. This was my investigation, which I revealed in the Indian Express on January 24th, 2013. How it happened, I tell you. There were 3 blasts. Malegaon blast, 2006. Samjhauta blast, 2007. And Malegaon and Modasa blast in Gujarat in 2008. The Malegaon first blast, in which 45 people were killed and nearly 125 were injured, took place in a mosque. That was thought to be fixed on first on Bajrang Dal. Whereas the investigation came, it was actually LET which had done that. But you must first remember, even that was thought to be fixed on a Hindu organization. The next came the Samjhauta blast, and third was the Malegaon blast and the Modasa blast on the same day in Gujarat. Let us focus on this. You know, when Malegaon blast came, they felt that was the easiest way to fix the Hindu organizations, because in Maharashtra, an anti-RSS, anti-BJP, anti-Hindu government was in power. So they chose that place. First, you must understand that on 15th November 2008, the Maharashtra ATS Council told the court, unsought, without any proof, that Colonel Purohit supplied RDX for Samjhauta blast. Whereas in 2007 itself, Sushil Kumar Shinde had said that no RDX was used in Samjhauta blast. Colonel Purohit's link to the blast were mainly because he was supposed to have stolen RDX from the army and supplied in Malegaon, in Samjhauta blast. I will tell you the sequence. Immediately, Pakistan seized that opportunity to say that Colonel Purohit was the man who did it. But within 24 hours, 48 hours, the Maharashtra council who made this allegation in the court withdrew the allegation, but the damage was done. The issue had been linked to Samjhauta blast, which was a inter-country affair, Pakistan and India. And from that time onwards, this became highlighted at the global level. Hindu terror became highlighted at the global level, and Colonel Purohit's involvement was against Pakistan. But the evidence that tumbled out later, I am going to read out to you what is the evidence. First, the US Treasury Department announced in July 2009 that Arif Goswami, the chief coordinator of LET, who facilitated the Samjhauta blast. This is US Treasury Department, and it froze his bank accounts. In June 2009, actually 1 month earlier, the United Nations Security Council subcommittee headed declared that Asif Goswami worked with Lashkar Taiba to facilitate terrorist attack in February on Samjhauta Express. This is the second piece of evidence. Third, in 2010 January, Pakistan Interior Minister Rahman Mablik publicly admitted Pakistan's involvement in Samjhauta, saying Colonel Purohit had hired Pakistani terrorists to do it, because Maharashtra ATS had mentioned Colonel Purohit's name as one who had supplied RDX, which was not at all used in Samjhauta blast, but to bring Colonel Purohit into Samjhauta blast and to make Samjhauta blast, and through the Samjhauta blast, Hindu terror a global affair in association with Pakistan. This happened. In November 2010, Washington Post carried investigative articles in which Faisa Autala, the third wife of David Headley, admitted to the US intelligence in 2008 itself about Headley's role in Samjhauta blast, and she also confessed her own role in the blast. The US media investigation again confirmed in January 2011 that Faisa Autala had made extrajudicial confession of her involvement to the US intelligence in April 2008 itself. George Mapp, who was examined by the NSA, had exposed in his columns that Faisa Autala was given special permission by Pakistan to enter India on foot and exit through the Wagah border. George Mapp says that NIA did not properly examine Headley to obtain the truth, and says the US closed further investigation of Headley. This was the evidence which showed by international agencies that it was LET which did the blast in Samjhauta. But by linking Samjhauta and Malegaon, the Hindu terror angle was given such a powerful thrust that...
Which means that... Chidambaram, yes.
Chidambaram said to the DGP conference on 28th November 2010.
On saffron terrorism.
He first used the saffron terror and told the police, all the state police, you have to be careful about this. Then the most important statement came from Shinde. On 20th January, he blamed the RSS and the BJP of promoting terror by
one point I want to ask you. One point at this point I want to ask you. And in fact, I would request you that so much information that you've shared with us, I would like you to put together this information. Maybe we can call you and we can put together an article for republicworld.com, which can be instructional. And today it has to go in the digital medium. This truth must go out, so our teams will be contacting you after this. But Mr. Gurumurthy, my point to you is that you are saying that the Maharashtra ATS at that point of time put a false case through its lawyer that Colonel Purohit had supplied RDX for the Samjhauta blast. And then they went back on the statement. which means there was an attempt to link a military intelligence officer to Samjhauta blast, for which there was information involving about the role of Simi and LET and Pakistan. Could this have been without political instruction? I mean, some politician is therefore behind this, saying...
No, the idea was very clear.
What was the idea?
Yes, sir. Samjhauta accused to the Malegaon blast, and to make through the Samjhauta blast internationalize the terror charges
So
against
create
Hindus.
a whole narrative across the world that the terrorism in India was not coming from Pakistan but was coming from Hindu terrorists in India.
Correct. Immediately after Shinde made that statement, the very next day, Asif Syed, who is the terror merchant of Pakistan, to ask for ban on the RSS. But on 24th of January, I put together all this because I had done this investigation over a period of 6 months. I put together all this in the New Indian Express, and Shinde had to apologize in the parliament for having used the word Hindu terror.
Amazing. I would just like to say this, that I think you're by far India's best investigative journalist and analyst. And what you've said about the summary of how Samjhauta, Malegaon and Malegaon 2, there was an attempt to link it to Hindu terrorism, such a deep conspiracy. I should have a separate long discussion with you one day, but I'd like to congratulate you, sir, because of your relentless expose, which I'm sure has played a big role in putting the pressure, because unless the counter narrative goes, today Shrikant Purohit and Sadhvi Pragya would not have come out. And I hope, sir, that the people who filed the false cases should not get away. I hope the Modi government does something about them, sir.
I must mention, I met Purohit, I met his wife, I met his lawyer, Shrikant Shivde, one of the most...
I remember, sir.
...sincere and committed lawyers. The man passed away.
I know, sir.
And he did not listen to Purohit being exonerated. He was the happiest man. We should remember such people who, without any expectation, knowing the truth, man is being fixed, spends whole lot of time, maybe 50% of his professional time to defend this person. I would like to recall him. I still recall the grit with which Mrs. Purohit fought this battle, and I had good association with Mr. Purohit. All that I could do was to tell these things in public. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gurumurthy, sir. More power to you, sir. Thank you so much. That Swaminathan Gurumurthy, see, the people who have actually exposed this case. What remains to be said? I want to start with Siddharth Yadav. I see Ratan Shardar there. I see Milindrao Joshi there. He's going to be joining us, President of Abhinav Bharat, Ratnakar Tripathi, Atikur Rahman and Shoaib Hassan Chaudhary. Okay. Ratan Shardar, I want to start with you. I feel the people who filed the false cases should also be dealt with, and there should be a case of malicious prosecution against them in national interest. Your thoughts?
Arnab, this is nothing but criminal conspiracy, as Gurumurthy ji has rightly pointed out. The way he has connected the dots tells us that this is a very long-term criminal conspiracy to defame Hindu society, Hindu organizations, and corner the Hindus, because the last nail on the coffin was these three people kept on saying that there is Hindu terror, RSS terror, and then not only that, they also created a communal violence bill which was to corner Hindus as violent majority. And I tell you that Sudhakar Chaturvedi, one of the person has been released who is now a sadhu. His whole home was destroyed, a poor man. And he said, this is only a verdict, is not Nyaya. I will fight for Nyaya. I will go to the court because the person who destroyed my home, I know the person, I ran from pillar to post, nothing happened. I'll file a case. Why he's not being pulled up? So I'm very sure that people who, we talk of perjury, we talk of these kind of charges, but this is criminal conspiracy. You malign an entire population, you malign people, and then you go scot-free. So
no, you can't be allowed to go scot-free.
I made a mistake. Shinde says I made a mistake, but he said I have proofs.
No, they can't be allowed to go scot-free. I mean, all these people should, Ratnakar Tripathi and Atikur Rahman on the other side. We're opening this up tonight. Viewers, please remember that Colonel Shrikant Purohit was taken from Madhya Pradesh to the integrated headquarters of MOD for interaction, but upon arriving at the Bhopal airport, he was stripped and taken away of all his belongings. The serving army officer had his ID card taken, mobile phone, other personal effects, effectively detained, put on a chartered plane, and taken to an undisclosed location for torture in Khandala, where he was forcibly confined and brutally tortured for 8 long days. The ATS officers had tortured him to try and extract a confession for the Malegaon bomb blast case. These are all facts which have now come in the public domain. And I would like to ask Ratnakar Tripathi why the Congress party did this. There are procedural guardrails which do not allow this. Right? There was no court of inquiry, no information was given, no sanction was sought from the central government, and he was called a terrorist. Classic example, emergency style of the violation of fundamental rights, including Article 21, 22, and the Army Act. This is denying an army officer of the protections under the Army Act.
Arnab, Congress started this game way back in 1993 when they said 13th bomb was invented.
But they must. They can't get away. They have to answer. Ratnakar Tripathi. Unmute yourself, Mr. Tripathi. Unmute yourself.
Thank you. I think all which you said must have been taken into account by the court in its verdict. And I will again say that. On the screen I can see Brigadier Rajkumarji, the former DDG Intelligence Army. And in Hindi show he said, we got inputs. And after that we decided to hand over Colonel Purohit. And he was taken by the NIA or ATS, whatever it was. That
he was never removed from army.
Please, Shadaji, have the courtesy, I listen to you. Please, you were not on the show. He categorically said that, right? And please have the decency, sir, you are much elder to me. You can counter me afterwards, right? And again, there is one thing. Major Ramesh Upadhyay ji, on your show, Dr. Goswami, on Hindi show, categorically said that the army was not favoring us. A person who was the intermediary with the army and the police was a conspirator. I didn't say it. He said it. So the question...
No, not at all. I'd like to... you're just making up facts and I'm not going to allow you to do Rahul Gandhi on the show tonight. Just 1 minute. Is that Siddharth Yadav who wants to respond? Yes, Siddharth. Siddharth, you want to respond? Siddharth Yadav, please. Siddharth.
Arnab, I think even today, when people like Ratnakar Tripathi would want to sit on a television show and defend what was done to our country, what was done to our countrymen, to nationalists, 17 years back, something which was done, which, nobody can undo that, and sit here and defend that, taking false claims, I think it's most shameful. You should go and read the order of the NIA court. You should go and see what the court has said. The court has said that even the Panchnama in the case was not taken properly. The court has said that no fingerprints were taken. The court has acquitted all those accused, the people who had to face so much torture. And your viewers must know this, Arnab, that there were Muslim youth who had confessed to the crime. They had given the location.
Say that to Adhikur, exactly the point.
The soil test, where they made the bomb confirmed that the bombs were made there. And still this theory was given. Still this theory was laid down. This theory was laid down because of the vote bank politics of the Congress party. This theory was laid down because that is how our machinery was turned. This theory was laid down because that is what the Congress party wanted. This is the classic case of murdering the democracy of our country. This is what the Congress has done. And today you want to sit here and defend what someone has said on what show? What are you doing? Seven people, they lost 17 years of their lives. Can you give that back to them? Can you give that back to them? And Arnab, you asked a question of what should be done. What should the government do? We will do whatever is in power and in law.
Siddharth, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you say to me tonight that we will do everything that is in power and in law, then I want to ask you, Sadhvi Pragya came on my program and said I was tortured by Parambir Singh. And I ask you tonight, if Sadhvi Pragya, who's an ex-BJP MP, says I was tortured brutally by Parambir Singh and people with him, What action will you take against the people who are accused by Sadhvi Pragya Thakur, by Colonel Shrikant Purohit? What will you do against the people who filed the false case from the ATS, hereby giving a clean sheet to Pakistan for its involvement in the terror activities? We want to know, Siddharth. We want to know.
Can I tell you, that same Paramveer Singh was reinstated by a friend.
With full responsibility. Sir, please have the courage to hear me out. The question has been asked to me.
1 minute. After him, Shoaib, let Siddharth complete. I'll come to you.
You will not give me a chance to speak.
I will come to you after Siddharth. Siddharth, answer me.
Arnab, with full responsibility, I say this, that in the power of law, the power of the constitution, everything will be done to keep them accountable. Nobody will have the courage to do this again, to misuse the system.
But what about those who have done it?
Unfortunately, one thing we can't do is give back the 17 years what they have lost. We can't do that, unfortunately, and I'm very sorry for that. But the people who did it, the people who dared to do it, and it's not just Malegaon, it was Samjhauta, it was the Hyderabad bomb blast, it was the 26/11, it was all those bomb blasts where people died and the...
Shoaib is responding, Shoaib and then Milind Rao Joshi.
Everybody will be held accountable.
The court has responded on the fake prosecution that was given by the NIA. Don't you guys know that the NIA had
fake prosecution?
Diluted the witnesses.
All the evidences and all the... 1 minute. One at a time. One at a time, gentlemen. One at a time, gentlemen. One at a time. Fix the frame. One at a time, gentlemen. One at a time, gentlemen. One at a time, gentlemen. 1 minute. Shoaib, 1 minute. Shoaib, 1 minute. Shoaib, just 1 minute. Shoaib, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I want to tell you, and I want to bring in...
9 years.
I want to bring in Milind Rao Joshi.
For 9 years, he was not released despite no...
Louder, I can't hear him.
Was that law?
I asked...
The case went on and on investigation.
Shoaib, listen. I cannot hear Shoaib clearly.
There have been S. Gurumurthy. Instead of S. Gurumurthy, you should have invited Rohini Salyan, who was the public prosecutor in this case, and he very categorically mentioned, he said that after Modi government came to power, she was asked to go slow on this case. This is the fact of this case. All these...
Well, I don't care what you claim, but the truth is out, and the truth is a slap on your face tonight, Shoaib. And my question tonight is this, Shoaib. Shoaib, listen. Shoaib, you must be burning tonight. Listen to me.
I am.
You are burning tonight. You are burning.
Government is functioning.
You are burning now, Shoaib. Your mind's not functioning, but you must think rationally. You must think rationally. Viewers, let me say this thing to you. If you think anyone, Shoaib, will you be quiet for a minute? Shoaib, will you be quiet tonight? Will you be quiet tonight? I have something to say to members of the Nationalist Collective. To members of the Nationalist Collective, I want to tell you, come together, because this system hates nationalists. And Shoaib, let me tell you.
Okay, the nationalists...
Just be quiet for a minute, Shoaib. I'm saying something, right? I don't want this window. Thank you. Listen to me. Nobody is my friend, Shoaib, not you, not anyone tonight, okay? I have only one friend, which is the tricolor. And only one family, right, which is of nationalists. Okay? Now, I want to tell you, Shoaib, that you are defaming the NIA, right? You are calling their evidence false. And you are doing, and I want to be quiet. 1 minute. You are doing contempt of court. I am telling you again, you are doing contempt of court, and you stop doing contempt of court on my program. Otherwise, you will be the person who will rightfully go to jail. Now, I want to say one thing tonight. Milind Rao Joshi, President of the Abhinav Bharat, is on the program. Just 2 people on the program, please, on both sides. Thank you. I don't want the confusing windows. I'm making a point. I should be allowed to concentrate. The point is this. There is no bullet. Evidence is contaminated. There is no proof that the bike was of Sadhvi Pragya. There is no proof against Colonel Purohit. The UAPA is wrongly invoked. Makoka is wrongly invoked. There are huge differences in the charge sheet. And the final word is of the court. Don't look stunned. This is the reality. Can I please get, on this reality, Milind Rao Joshi only on the left-hand side to respond tonight. Milind Rao Joshi, President of Abhinav Bharat.
So, the people over here, I was listening very carefully. They are blaming NIA that they diluted the proofs and everything. Let me tell you, Modi government came in 2014. This case started in 2008. Maharashtra ATS was the agency which submitted all the proofs and documents to the court. NIA came in much later into the picture. All the proofs and documents were submitted by the ATS, and they were fraudulent. And NIA couldn't help dealing with these fraudulent documents. They confessed in the court that all the witnesses were coerced and their statements were taken by threatening them. So NIA is to be put on a right pedestal. They didn't dilute with any of the evidences or anything. It was Maharashtra ATS, ruled by the Congress government in center, ruled by the Congress government in Maharashtra state.
Well, Arnab, may I come in?
Let me continue. You who have ranted against Pragya Singh Thakur and are a fan of Zakir Naik need to know there was no cogent material against the accused. Today, Sadhvi Pragya stands vindicated. She was tortured. That is the truth. And I also want to say one thing tonight to all nationalists. Remember, Sadhvi Pragya fought alone. Remember, Colonel Purohit fought alone. They have not got justice because of any government. They have fought for justice and got it on their own, and that is why we are proud of them. But nationalists need to really start coming together and stop depending on anyone or anyone's support. Yes, what point would you like to make tonight? Maybe an apology. Maybe an apology for your constant use of the phrase saffron terror.
I agree with the fact that the Congress manipulated things and created theories out of Hindu terror, etc. So by that same logic, Mr. Milind, can't I say that by the same logic today, since 15 years, the Modi government is in power and they are not manipulating the facts, they are not manipulating the NIA, they are not manipulating, in fact, intimidating the witnesses.
Are you trying to tell me that Modi
people only
government is manipulating?
Milind, louder, Milind! Milind, yeah, Milind, respond. We got limited time, Milind.
Sir, respected sir, are you trying to tell me that the Modi government is manipulating the courts as well? It is a court which has given the verdict today, not NIA or not any other agency.
Show him on the right, faster direction. Show him on the right.
It's not only us. There have been prosecutors who were fighting the case.
Shoaib, listen. Shoaib, these people, the Congress people, tried to protect Pakistan. What can be worse than that? Can Ratnakar Tripathi, who's on the program, come on tonight? Let him come on tonight and face. Let Ratnakar Tripathi come on tonight and face Siddharth Yadav. I want to repeat the words. Saffron terrorism. We must be very careful about saffron terrorism. Ratnakar Tripathi, 181 days after Colonel Purohit was named, it was told in WikiLeaks that Rahul Gandhi told the US ambassador that the bigger threat in this country is the growth of radicalized Hindu groups. Did he or did he not say that?
No, you can rely on WikiLeaks.
Okay, did Digvijay Singh say RSS ki sajish, 26/11 RSS ki sajish? Did Digvijay Singh say that? Did he say that? Did he say that? Did he say that, and did he say that or not?
Let me speak.
No, I'm letting you speak. Don't keep saying let me speak. I'm asking you, did you say that 26/11 was a RSS conspiracy?
Let me reply then.
Did you say that or not?
Had the military got inputs about Colonel Purohit today, if the military gets, what will the military do? Or the BJP government do? Will they spare Colonel Purohit? Or anyone like him?
No. 1 minute. I ask you, even the media, a group which is neither India... 1 minute. Now let me tell you a fact about the role of the media. A group which in my view, a publication which in my view neither represents... Lower down. A publication which in my view, born during the emergency and neither represents India yesterday or India tomorrow, said Hindu Rashtra, saffron terror's hall of shame. Did they say that?
Let me complete.
Did they say that?
Let me complete
Did they say that?
I am not here to answer your pointed
You
questions.
are here to answer my pointed questions. You are precisely here to answer my pointed questions.
There is a point which I want to make.
You may want to make any point, answer my questions. Apologize to the people of India for the theory of saffron terrorism. Apologize tonight. Apologize. Say sorry.
No, why should I say sorry?
Of course you should. For 17 years you supported a conspiracy against Hinduism.
Military DDG Brigadier Rajkumar ji said the inputs were given to...
What did Rajkumar say? Let Brigadier Rajkumar come on here. Brigadier Rajkumar, did you at any point of time, be quiet, he's sitting here. Brigadier Rajkumar, who was then Deputy Director General Military Intelligence, did you at any point of time say that you felt that Colonel Shrikant Purohit was guilty? Did you say anything like that? You can speak for yourself. Be quiet, let him speak for himself. Brigadier, please. Brigadier, set the record straight. Brigadier, set the record straight. He's taking your name 3 times. Brigadier, set the record straight, sir.
During the entire investigation, there was nothing against Colonel Purohit which was found by the army. RDX allegation was proved to be totally...
Let him speak. And Ratnakar Tripathi, don't try to silence him now. Hear him. You took his name. Now hear him. You took his name. Now hear him. Continue, Brigadier. He's getting nervous because you're contradicting him. Don't worry, you speak, sir.
One of the major involvement was told to us that he has supplied RDX for this Malegaon blast, which proved to be wrong. Secondly, initial stages only, Makoka was imposed on him, which was totally not desirable. And Makoka is only imposed on the people who are habitual criminal, who are involved...
No, I got your point. Brigadier. Ratnakar Tripathi, now Brigadier Rajkumar, who was then Deputy DG Military Intelligence, says you are lying. He at no point of time found any evidence against Colonel Purohit. Now apologize for a second time tonight. Because you people, you killed Sikhs, you call Hindus terrorists, but you don't speak a word about jihadis. Why?
Swamiji, the inputs were given
you
to
killed
military
Sikhs.
intelligence.
Your leaders killed Sikhs. You carried out a Sikh massacre. You call Hindus terrorists, but you don't speak anything against jihadis. Why? You love jihadis?
You can't bully me.
You love jihadis, do you?
No, you can't bully me.
You love jihadis?
Oh, with your false things, you can't bully me.
Now you love jihadis, is it?
Who got the inputs?
What inputs? There is no case. The whole case is bunkum. You made it up. It's a fairy tale.
Dr. Goswami,
ladies and gentlemen, that's all for tonight.
Don't bully me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Hindu terror lie has fallen apart every time. But remember, there's only one network that spoke for Shrikant Purohit and Sadhvi Pragya Thakur. Only one network, the Republic Media Network. On the other side tonight, why a frustrated Rahul Gandhi calls India a dead economy. When I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
Sarah, this is your space, play it your way.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान।
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Sarah, this is your space, play it your way.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध, MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना,
इंडिया सोना।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध, MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
That all the 7 accused have been acquitted. There was no evidence that has been found by the court, that has been noted by the court, whether it is Sadhvi Pragya or Colonel Purohit.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the nation's sharpest opinion. And when somebody speaks against your country, when somebody runs down your country, when somebody abuses your country, you fight for your country. You fight for your country with all you've got. But not when you're Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi is a unique character. Trump said that the Indian economy is dead. He says, I don't care what India does with Russia, they can take their dead economies down for all I care. And Rahul Gandhi immediately joined hands with Donald Trump and says, yes, Donald Trump is right, we are a dead economy. Everybody knows, according to Rahul Gandhi, that the Indian economy is a dead economy. I'm very happy that Donald Trump has said that the Indian economy is a dead economy. What do you say about Rahul Gandhi? He will join hands with anyone and everyone simply to run down the country because of his hatred for the Modi government. Ladies and gentlemen, we must address Rahul Gandhi, we must teach him. We must take him to a school and we must teach him facts. Rahul Gandhi, the Indian economy is not dead. Donald Trump, Rahul Gandhi, we are 4.19 trillion. We are the world's 4th largest economy in 2025. We are not dead. We have in fact surpassed Japan. And we have stood tall behind only US, China and Germany. Right? So we are going to be number 3 very soon. We are about to surpass Germany. We are projected to become the 3rd largest economy, Rahul Gandhi and Donald Trump. Our GDP will be soaring soon by 2030 to 7.3 trillion, reaffirming our unstoppable economic growth. Our nominal GDP has tripled to 6.57 trillion in 2014-2019, that's a rupee term, to 331 trillion rupees in 24-25. That is economic expansion to an extent Rahul Gandhi and Donald Trump can't think about. But Rahul Gandhi says, no, Donald Trump is right, we are a dead economy. Let me show you what a dead economy looks like, Rahul Gandhi. The dead economy is what you and your family made of the Indian economy. Our rate of economic growth between 1960s and 1980s was so low that it averaged around 4% for decades. In 2004, our GDP, per capita GDP, was 35% of the peer group's average. By 2014, under the UPA, it declined to just 30%, reflecting a weakening economy during that period. Now we are a robust economy. Now our infrastructure growth is growing. Now we are seeing the numbers. These are our financial year 26 projections. These are not the projections of a dead economy, Rahul Gandhi and Donald Trump. These are the projections of a fast-growing economy. But it is not unusual because Rahul Gandhi's hatred for Narendra Modi makes him join hands with the enemy. In fact, that is why, quoting Rahul Gandhi, the Human Rights Minister of Pakistan, claimed that there are people dying in Jammu and Kashmir. It is because of the hatred for Narendra Modi that Manishankar Iyer went to the Karachi Literary Festival and said there is only one way of resolving India-Pakistan issues, by having uninterrupted and uninterruptible dialogue. The same Congress party went and sent Manishankar Iyer to Pakistan, where he said, join hands with us and help us remove Narendra Modi. So it's the hatred for Narendra Modi that makes Rahul Gandhi discount these facts. In fact, Rahul Gandhi, if any economy is dying, it is the American economy. You should know this, but you don't know anything about economics. Layoffs in corporate America over the first 5 months of this year have jumped by 80% under the Trump administration. Somebody tell this man that the only economy that is dying is the American economy. And in fact, Trump has further swelled the US national debt to the current levels of 38 trillion US dollars. The US dollar has performed at its worst level since the 1970s. Its value has dropped by 10% between January and June this year. Rahul Gandhi, understand something, for God's sake. Don't embarrass yourself. If there's any economy that is dying and in trouble, it is the American economy. In fact, Rahul Gandhi, you should be proud that Trump is getting irritated with the Indian economy because India has so much power. We are buying S-400 missiles, defense systems from Russia. We are buying drones from Israel. We are buying jets from France. We are signing defense deals with the United Kingdom. We are collaborating with Japan. And America, we don't need America so much. It's only one of the many partners we have. Trump is triggered because he knows that under Narendra Modi, the United States is not our only option. We have just signed an FTA with the UK. Trump is triggered because the Indian economy has purchasing power parity of about 16 trillion US dollars. That's making us more than 50% the size of the American economy in PPP terms. Whereas Trump has got entangled in too many messes. A month ago, he dropped bombs on Iran. Now he's shouting at Netanyahu. In election rallies, he's first praised Putin and now he abuses Putin. We should be rallying behind the government of Narendra Modi because the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, Narendra Modi is doing something which Europe should have done but cannot. And Narendra Modi's government needs our support. Narendra Modi is trying to ensure that national interest comes first. And that is why he has stalled the signing of a trade deal if it is not on our terms, not good for our farmers, our MSMEs, and our manufacturing. Narendra Modi is doing something that America could not do. America flinched. It negotiated. Narendra Modi is the only democratic leader openly pushing back against Trump's pressure tactics in 2025. Does that make you proud, ladies and gentlemen, or not? It's going to be a difficult fight. As we grow from 5th to 4th to 3rd largest economy, we must not expect anyone, not the Chinese and certainly not the Americans, to be happy and proud about India's rise. They are going to take us on. And we stood together behind the government, which is why unflinchingly we won during the Ukraine war. When we decide, ladies and gentlemen, to balance every country and not to be on anyone's side, countries like America and Trump don't like it. We are not European Union, which has agreed to purchase American energy products, their oil, gas, nuclear fuel and semiconductors. We are not going to compromise. We are not going to give an immediate unchecked entry to GMO crops which may compromise the health of millions of Indians. We are, on the other hand, standing up to America. We are not the Congress government of Manmohan Singh. We know what they did. Manmohan Singh, after the 2005 nuclear deal and after meeting George Bush, called the Iran-India gas pipeline too risky. We retreated under American pressure at the cost of our energy security. These are facts. In his book, One Life is Enough, former Foreign Minister Natwar Singh alleged that CIA agents had so infiltrated the Congress government's decision-making. Ladies and gentlemen, and he said that Manmohan Singh admitted American influence was so pervasive that it opposed Natwar Singh's appointment as foreign minister. There are many areas we can work with the Americans, but there are many areas, ladies and gentlemen, where we have conflict with America. And this is a reality. America wants to see India compromise, whether with the US dollar or with our agriculture. And my question to all Indians tonight is this. What is our choice? Our government, the government of Narendra Modi, is speaking to the Americans but not giving in. Trump wants us to buckle down under his pressure. Brazil is not buckling down. America has imposed 50% tariffs on Brazil. One of the largest nations in the world, the largest nation in South America, is being bullied with 50% tariffs, but they're not giving in. He's bullying the Russians and bullying everybody who's done business with the Russians. Putin is not giving in. What does Rahul Gandhi want? Does Rahul Gandhi want that, like the Congress government which gave in to the then governments in America, the BJP government should also give in? And let me tell you, if the BJP government gives in a wee bit, the first people to criticize will be the same opposition. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need to stand together and tall. The Indian economy is an alive and kicking economy. We are going to be the third largest GDP country in the world, and that should make us all proud. That is a possibility which should bring a smile on our face. We should not be bitter about it. And Rahul Gandhi, the least that he can do tonight is read the white paper on the Indian economy put out by the Government of India, Ministry of Finance, if he understands these points. If he doesn't, he should keep his mouth shut and say, I don't know anything about economics. I'm a bitter man. Don't take me seriously. That may be a better option for Rahul Gandhi. Let's debate.
Less than 24 hours after Trump's mediation hoax was decimated on the floors of the Indian Parliament.
दुनिया के किसी भी नेता ने भारत के ऑपरेशन रोकने के लिए नहीं कहा.
After opposition's hollow challenges fell face down.
अगर सचमुच में दम है तो आज शाम यहां प्रधानमंत्री को कह देना चाहिए डोनाल्ड ट्रंप इज अ लायर. झूठ बोल रहा है डोनाल्ड ट्रंप.
सर, मैं उनको कहना चाहता हूं वो कान खोल के सुन लें कि 22 अप्रैल से 16 जून तक एक भी फोन कॉल प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप और प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी के बीच में नहीं.
An embarrassed Trump began the only game he knows, tariff threats.
They're my friends and he's my friend. And, you know, they ended the war with Pakistan at my request and that was great. India's been a good friend, but India has charged basically more tariffs than almost any other country.
Prime Minister Modi's a friend of mine, but they don't do very much business in terms of business with us. They sell a lot to us, but we don't buy from them. You know why? Because the tariff is so high. They have one of the highest tariffs in the world. Now they're willing to cut it very substantially, but we'll see what happens.
Not just that, Trump went completely anti on India. even going on to call the Indian economy a dead economy. But that's not all. While Trump's conflicts of interest are apparent, Congress's Rahul Gandhi broke all records in running down India again, when he said the following today.
Trump is saying Indian economy is a dead economy. Yes, he's right. I mean, everybody knows this, except the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister. Everybody knows that the Indian economy is a dead economy.
The Democracy is Dying Brigade has just proclaimed the world's fastest growing large economy dead. And while Trump is in a trade war with India, even the Congress is finding it difficult to toe Rahul's line.
ट्रम्प का ये कहना कि भारत और रूस की इकोनॉमी डेड है एकदम गलत बात है। भारत की इकोनॉमी डेड नहीं। These are all opening positions in a negotiation, and I hope the government maintains its cool, continues to negotiate, and comes to an understanding with the United States of America.
Despite the provocations and dog whistling, the Indian government has given a resolute response.
सरकार हमारे किसानों, श्रमिकों, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, उद्यमी, निर्यातकों, सूक्ष्म लघु और मध्यम उद्योगों और उद्योग जगत के सभी हितधारकों के कल्याण की रक्षा और संवर्धन को सर्वोच्च महत्व देती है.
From taking a pro-Pakistan line,
if he has the courage of Indira Gandhi, let him say here, let him say here that Donald Trump, you're a liar. That you did not make us cease fire and that we did not lose any planes. Let him say it here, if he has the courage.
To taking an anti-India line of its vibrant economy.
I'm glad that President Trump has stated a fact. Are you people not aware of this? आपको ये मालूम नहीं है कि इंडियन इकोनॉमी डेड इकोनॉमी है? कोई कंफ्यूजन है आप में? पूरी दुनिया जानती है कि इंडियन इकोनॉमी इज अ डेड इकोनॉमी और बीजेपी ने इकोनॉमी को खत्म कर दिया है.
The only question that remains is why Rahul always eager to run down India.
An observation before I get into anything. I just find his tone very bitter. Swale. I find Rahul Gandhi's tone very bitter. It's an unhinged tone. It's an unhinged tone, right?
His bitterness is at two levels. One is with his relative lack of success at the hustings and his angst against Narendra Modi. What is tragic, Arnab, is that of late, his hatred towards Modi has morphed into a hatred towards India. Can you ask that person to shut up while I speak? Because I'm not interrupting anyone.
Changing on the right, please.
I don't know who it is. I can hear some voices. So, just to continue, Arnab,
Trump pictures.
I'm a great believer that Mr. Gandhi has every right to question the government, as he must as leader of opposition. But there's a certain decorum, there's a certain tehzeeb, and there's a certain way of saying it. A, B, you don't run down your own country in full public view. And because you hate the Prime Minister, I don't think it is the proper way of behaving. His mother never behaved that way. They were also in opposition. I don't think his father would have ever behaved that way. Mrs. Gandhi, Indira Gandhi never did. Pandit Nehru never did. That lack of decorum is something which we don't need in Parliament. Plus, look at what's happening as a signal. Mr. Gandhi may actually feel that the economy is not doing as well as he thinks it should, which is fair. But when you say the Indian economy is dead, you are casting aspersions on everything that's good about India. And more importantly, you're casting aspersions on India, on Indian ability and Indianness. That, to my mind, is not what should go down and not what will go down well. He's the leader of opposition. He holds a position of high office. The leader of opposition doesn't mean to disabuse everything that's good that's happening in India, because then you're playing into the hands of people who want India to fail. I don't think Rahul Gandhi in his heart wants India to fail. Why should he? But then why say these things? Because these are the things then that get amplified for no rhyme or reason.
No, they will get amplified necessarily, Sohail. Because you call the Indian economy dead, you're making a major point.
Arnab, you don't
one minute, Tausif.
No, Arnab, I have a question. You said what Rahul Gandhi said.
One question, right? Then I'll answer your question.
You don't find Donald Trump's tone was bitter. You think that Donald Trump has all license to run down a country and say India's economy is dead? Suhail is giving license.
He doesn't. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But you don't have to become an idiot because Donald Trump is an idiot.
Donald Trump, you're giving a clean sheet because he has a
I couldn't hear your name properly.
Tausif.
Mr. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the name. Let me tell you, I totally agree
shut
with
up.
you.
Why are you speaking in front of me? When I'm speaking, why are you interrupting me?
Look, I can filibuster better than you can. So don't interrupt me. I'm answering your question.
No, why are you interrupting me when I was talking?
Donald Trump's behavior is not the epitome of decorous and decorum. So Rahul Gandhi doesn't have to behave like Donald Trump.
The whole world listens.
I do not want those graphics.
The whole world is listening.
The whole world listens.
When Donald Trump says India's economy is dead,
you're obviously in
what are you
land.
saying? Which world do you live in?
Okay, enough, Tausif. Can you just be quiet for a while, Tausif, and listen to me? 1 minute, Tausif. 1 minute, Tausif. Now listen. Listen now, Tausif. No, I'm not going to respond to that. I'm not going to let anyone run away with this also. Because the bottom line is you said you want to ask me a question. And if you have the decency, ask me a question. But if you don't have, then I can't help it. I just want to tell you this, Harish. The Indian economy is the fastest growing major economy in the world. Yesterday, the IMF revised its forecast for us. I am proud of that. It makes me feel good. We're the fourth largest economy. We are projected to become third largest economy. Our GDP at that time will be over 7 trillion. Right? Our nominal GDP has gone to 331 trillion rupees. It makes me feel good. It doesn't make me feel sad. Rahul Gandhi thinks the better we do, the lesser his chances of ever coming to power. But he needs a reality check on the American economy. If there's any economy which is dead and dying, it is the American economy. In fact, the World Economic Outlook flagship report by the IMF has confirmed that the US economic slowdown is because of Trump's tariffs. The inflation in the US is going to its highest because of Trump's tariffs. The US is being forced to cut down on welfare schemes because it has a $38 trillion debt. Our American economy has been outpaced by the Indians year on year. US is the hub of layoffs. I find it unbelievable. You have to be, the fact is Trump's erratic economic policy is going to worsen America's debt. The value of the dollar is falling by 10% between January and June this year. Rahul Gandhi doesn't know economics. He just hates Modi. That's why my hashtag is Rahul Trump. Harish, there has to be a limit now. You have to take a clear stance on this, Harish. Harish from Chennai, Harish Mohammed Ibrahim.
Let me come with. I'm purely the exaggerations of Mr. Trump calling it as a dead economy. I don't buy that argument for number one. And number two, if you want to go by the facts, what Mr. Rahul Gandhi is echoing is the entire foreign investors' sentiment has been lost, and the jobs which has been created, whether the job has been created by the IMF standards, no. The IMF and World Bank have categorically stated that the global economy, when it comes to India, it is not a job-rich economy. It is not driving the job force
but
which has
you
been
call
created.
us a dead economy.
No,
One minute. Harish, one point. Just one point.
And
one point, Harish. Let's talk sensibly. Let's talk very sensibly. Let us talk very sensibly here tonight. A dead economy does not double its per capita income in 11 years. You agree or disagree?
The 11 years, who was there? Mr. Modi was there.
Yeah, Mr. Modi was there.
And our retail
Thank you for saying that.
Right now, and our retail inflation is at about 7 to 9%.
One minute. Harish, don't take a political point because Jyotsna on the other side. No, you're making a political point. Harish,
listen. It is not. I am presenting the facts.
Harish, listen. Harish, listen to me. Harish, listen to me. Harish.
And the foreign investors have pulled out almost.
Harish, I'll put a fact to you now. Either you agree or disagree. You are making speeches. You people don't answer questions nowadays. I'm making a point. You counter me. 1 minute.
Arnab, you are not listening. The fact.
What is there to listen? You listen to my question and answer. No, I'm making a point tonight. You say, Arnab, you are wrong. I am saying, but if you talk over me, how will you listen to me? Don't talk over me, Harish. Listen to me.
We have to fix the economy.
Everybody, you think, what are you think? You are Udaynidhi Stalin or what that you're making a speech? Listen to the point, no? I know you want to be Udaynidhi Stalin.
You can proclaim.
You want to be Udaynidhi Stalin.
You have to listen to the facts, Mr. Arnab. You can be a cheerleader, but you can't expect everyone to be a cheerleader.
Listen.
We have to fix the economy.
Listen to me.
The fact doesn't lie.
Baba, relax.
And the per capita. No. The entire 90 crore Indian population.
You hate Modi doesn't mean you abuse India.
27 rupees per day. Do you call this is a growing economy? No. Our youth unemployment is 28% overall. Do you call this as a growing economy? You have to understand the fact which Rahul Gandhi is echoing.
Okay, all your facts are bunkum. All your facts are bunkum, and I'll tell you why. Now you listen to me. It is like a now if you are 1 minute. Jyotsna, I want to respond to Harish. Harish, be quiet, yeah. Harish, my one side of my ear is hurting me now. Listening to you, listen to me.
For you, if it is hurting, then I am privileged to.
Yeah, now thank you very much, Harish. Listen, don't be like a troll.
Yeah, please.
You see, when you guys were in power, our per capita income was stagnating at levels comparable to sub-Saharan Africa. I have nothing more to say. You had ruined the country. Now Jyotsna is on the other side.
And remember, you know one thing? The Human Development Index, when it was on 2014, it was far better. It was on 140.
Okay, on the debate tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I say we are not a dead economy. We are a thriving economy. We are a strong economy. And it is wrong of Rahul Gandhi to side with America when he abuses India. Jyotsna Tirunagiri.
Arnabji, I want my time uninterrupted. It's a request to all the other panelists. Because I'm going to talk something that probably they will never acknowledge, but still I want to talk about it. Arnabji, today India's economy is not dead. Opposition's credibility is dead and buried. I'm telling you very strongly this. I'll tell you why. Because they hate Modi ji, they hate NDA, they hate the government. Fine. Criticizing the government is absolutely fine. We'll answer each and every question of yours. But at what cost? At what cost are you criticizing the government? At the cost of the country? And you today are endorsing a foreign leader's literally an insult that he has done to your own nation. Sir, I demanded, Harishji, I demanded uninterrupted time.
Is not anti-national. You can't frame that to the entire
I demanded uninterrupted time. I think you should.
No, you can't go ahead and spoof
You should respect it. You should respect
Asking
it.
a single.
Jyotsna on the debate, louder.
I demanded uninterrupted time. You should respect it.
I give her the time.
I will not budge. This is what I'm telling you. India will not budge. India will not bend to pressure, under pressure for anyone, whether it is anyone from Washington or a leader from Wayanad. Sorry, we are not going to budge. We are not going to bend under any sort of a pressure. If you want to bully us, we are going to be very straight to you. Very straight to you. Understand this. India today is rising and no tariff or no taunt. I repeat, India today is rising and no tariff or no taunt can stop us, and we will, whoever is doing it, we will bury them. And I'm shrewd when I say this, because today we are talking about Vision 2047, Viksit Bharat, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. You don't see all this. Today for you, a country which has hardly 1.4% of GDP is absolutely great. And a country which has 6.4% of GDP, you say, it's a dead economy, boss. Come on. Talk as an Indian, not as a congressman.
Yeah, open the lines. Talk as an Indian. Talk as an Indian. Speak as an Indian. Fight like an Indian. And my question tonight, Jyotsna, 1 minute, to keep it going tonight, some harsh facts will be presented by me this evening. This Congress party was ruining the Indian economy. India became poorer compared to the rest of the developing world during the UPA period. Our per capita GDP was 35% of the peer group average. By 2014, Congress brought it to 30%. From 2014 to now, it is up to 42%. These are realities. The Congress ruined it. We exposed, 1 minute, Harish is not one-way traffic. We exposed our economy to greater external vulnerability. That is the biggest crime. You ask any economist. You increased our external commercial borrowings, ECB, at a CAGR of 21.1% from FY 2004 to FY 2014. The rupee plunged 36%. You mismanaged government finances. You made so much money. There was a white paper which was brought out at that time which showed that the revenue deficit rose more than 4 times from 1.07% in 2008 to 4.6% in 2009. You had no control. Now, if I put these facts to you, you don't like it. You wasted public resources. You did a 2G spectrum. Colgate scam cost 1.86 lakh crore. And who spread the lie, Anmol? Put Anmol on it. Who spread the lie? Anmol versus Rajat. Who spread the lie about the Hindu rate of growth? A Nehruvian socialist rate of growth. What did you call it? Hindu rate of growth. 3%. What is our present 6, 7%, 8% rate of growth? A secular rate of growth. Now it is a secular rate of growth. 1 minute, Anmol. I have not finished the thrashing. My point to you tonight is this. We are becoming a global manufacturing hub. Learn to be happy. Our manufacturing as a percentage of GDP is 25%. Be happy. Our PLI scheme has been a game changer. Production of telecom equipment has crossed 50,000 crores. Learn to be happy. We are leaders in mobile manufacturing. Learn to be happy. Defense exports are $2.5 billion. Learn to be happy. Learn to be happy, Anmol. Put a smile on your face. Don't do a Rahul Trump on me. Anmol, your turn.
Can I? Arnab ji, लोगों का भी यही मानना है. The Congress destroyed India's past. The BJP is destroying India's present, and it is only the Aam Aadmi Party
you want to destroy India's future? You want to destroy India's future?
No. We are not like BJP and Congress. We are the ones which can secure India's future.
You are neither the past nor the future. You are prehistory.
That is what people of this country believes. It is the Bharatiya Janata Party which continues to spin slogans like 5 trillion economy, Atmanirbhar Bharat, while on the ground, the reality is that the common man battles joblessness, high EMIs, broken healthcare and schools, and failed agriculture system. The reality of the Indian economy is that less than 2% of the total budget goes to education and healthcare. It ranks 144 in terms of per capita income. 82 crore people receive just 5 kg of rations from the government. 1% own 40% of nation's health. Bottom 50% own only 4% of total wealth. Achhe din never arrived. 2 crore jobs was a jumla. Unemployment is at an all-time high, at an 45-year high.
Lecture, boring, lecture, Aam Aadmi Party, lecture.
This is the reality. Why are you rattled?
I want to counter you. I'm not rattled. I want to counter you. I want to pull you into the ring and bash you up.
I am smiling, you are not smiling.
I am going to drag you into the ring and beat you up.
You are not smiling.
I will beat you. I will smile after I beat you. Can I beat you?
No, you have to beat the statistics.
Okay, I'll beat the statistics. Can I beat your statistics? Can I beat your statistics? Okay, Rajat wants to. Rajat. Rajat is countering. Rajat, it's war tonight. Come on, Rajat. Rajat's done.
They don't even matter anymore. I mean, look at the state of affairs they left Delhi with and what they're leaving Punjab with. So let's keep Aam Aadmi Party aside. On the hashtag, you have two man-child. Both have to be dealt properly. Rahul Gandhi clearly belongs to Soros School of Economics. That's where he has learned his economy and economics lessons. Otherwise, this smirk on his face, when he was using death and India in one sentence. I mean, I have lump in my throat when I do that. But this leader puts death and India and then smirks and laughs. Oh, don't you know that India's economy is dead? This comes out of absolute despicable mindset.
Open the lines, guys.
Who is not nationalist at all.
Put the number on the grid.
I am telling you this. You look him eye and eye and you will figure out that this person has something terribly wrong.
Yeah.
He does not hold India with the same level of
put the other one.
The same level of respect that you owe to a nation. He does not. What other economic metrics has he put on forth? While you want to criticize the government, do that. But you cannot get onto a level where your adversary, like a Donald Trump, is trying to say something to put our economy down and our nation down. You don't join the bandwagon. You stand by your country, especially when somebody is trying to threaten you and somebody is trying to force something down your throat. You don't go out and do your politics then. But this shameless man, he will continue to do that because he wants power by hook or by crook. He believes that latching on to Trump or whatever Trump is throwing at us, he will just literally eat on those crumbs and do his politics on those. This way, he only exposes himself. And I'm telling you, no nationalist would have appreciated what he tweeted about and the smirk with which he said India's economy is dead.
No, I think it's very sad. May I have the permission of intellectually beating you up right now? I want to beat up everyone intellectually, starting with you, sir. But I want to also say before that, tonight, that Rahul Gandhi takes every word spoken against India word for word. He toed the American line on the ceasefire. He says, Roka Kyu. He called the Indian economy dead.
Arnab,
how can a leader of the opposition, a rank equivalent to a cabinet minister, toe a line against his country's interests? He did not even shy from putting down the valor of the Indian army, saying that Narendra surrendered, saying the Indian army had surrendered. He should resign as leader of the opposition. I say Rahul Gandhi should resign as leader of the opposition on grounds of morality.
I have a question to ask you, Arnab. In your intellectual deduction, do you see Donald Trump's statement that Indian economy is dead is disrespectful, is being disrespectful?
When you finish your question, tell me, because you have a bad habit of talking too much.
Is he being disrespectful to his friend, Mr. Modi?
Why do you want to repeat it 20 times? Do you think I'm stone deaf like you?
No. Mr.
You
Modi
must be stone deaf, I'm not.
Donald Trump. And Donald Trump.
When he'll repeat, please repeat. Blah, 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 repeat. Keep quiet. Now let me answer you. 1 minute. Do you think? I am a man of extraordinary intelligence. I'm not like your leader, Rahul Gandhi. I have understood your point. Yeah, keep quiet. Let me answer.
Now answer it. In your intellectual deduction,
such a bore.
Is he being respectful or disrespectful to Mr. Modi?
Such a bore यार, एक ही लाइन रिपीट करता है. ये वो बैकबेंचर है रजत सेठी, जिसको पढ़ाई लिखाई कुछ आती नहीं है, क्लास में लास्ट आता है, एक ही लाइन रिपीट करता है, रट्टा मार के आता है.
Don't evade, answer it.
अरे evade नहीं करते, सीधी बात करने वाले आदमी है वो. Answer it. Don't be boring.
Insulting India, or is Donald Trump showing respect towards Modi? Answer it.
What is your
irritating? ये सबसे irritating आदमी है in the world.
Donald Trump insulted India today, okay? Period. There are no two doubts about it. That's what it is, black and white.
Now, can you just
accept it, admit it? What? He insulted my country.
I'll let him come in here.
There is no, it's not a political insult over one leader or the other leader. But you see,
one minute. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you, just keep quiet. In September 2024, Rahul Gandhi gave a speech in Texas. And I don't know why he goes to Texas to give a speech. There he shredded the name of India with every time he breathed. He said everything in India is made in China, right? We are nowhere. But the fact of the matter is this. When you talk about respect, you must realize India fares better than China on a variety of counts. The average cost of Indian-made goods imported into the US, factoring in factory wages, productivity, logistics, tariffs and energy is 15% lower compared to goods manufactured in the US, which is why we have a price advantage and a quality advantage. In contrast, Chinese goods, which Rahul Gandhi loves so much, offer only a 4% cost advantage. Specifically, semiconductor and material shipments from India to the US have seen a 143% increase over the last 5 years, which means we have a price and a quality advantage on high-tech material as well. Meanwhile, Chinese exports in these categories decreased by 29%. If you have anything called a brain, which I'm beginning to doubt, Tausif, I'm seriously beginning to doubt what exists between your ears. It seems to be some kind of a vacuum. You should understand that India is a clear favorite over China. You should be proud of what we have achieved. Understood? Now I've silenced you. I go to Akhil Swami. Akhil Swami, come to the debate.
Donald Trump tried to
I
get
silenced you.
Foxconn to the US. Back in 2018, Donald Trump tried his level best so that Foxconn could come in and set up a plant.
Yeah.
It has been more than 7 years and Foxconn has not set up a square inch of anything.
No, the point is, Rajat,
that is what it is.
Rajat, Rahul Gandhi, who has a secret understanding with the Chinese, show the pictures please again, must first tell us, is he trying to abuse India to help China? Can Rahul Gandhi ever come out and say that the people with whom I signed a letter, with my mother standing behind me, with Jinping's eye on my signature, that the Chinese economy is dead and dying? He won't say that. Because he owes something to the Chinese. Understand, Akhil? You owe something to the Chinese. And a dead economy does not become number one in GDP growth. Under the UPA, it was only in 2010 that we were the fastest growing major economy. Under the Modi government, we've been the fastest growing major economy for the most of the last 9 years, outperforming China. Understood? Akhil, Morgan Stanley had put India in the fragile five by 2013, along with Brazil, Indonesia, Turkey and South Africa. Three of those five, namely Turkey, Brazil and South Africa, have economies smaller than they did in 2011. What did the Modi government do? We became the fastest growing economy, fourth largest, next to be third largest. Why are you looking angrily, Akhil? Huh? Should I send you a cup of coffee to wake you up?
See, in the time of
he doesn't know anything.
Average
Open the lines,
GDP
viewers.
growth was 7.2%. And the loans have increased 4 times. And in Modi's time, the average growth is 5.5%. The loans have gone 4 times and GDP has gone down. Number one. Number two,
out of your
there are
mind
2
right
lobby.
now.
Chup rahiye, aap zara chup rahiye.
अरे गाली गलोच नहीं, नो गाली नो गलोच, नो गाली गलोच, नो गाली गलोच, अखिल नो गाली है, नो गलोच, नो गाली गलोच.
इन्हें चुप कराइए.
Be decent, be decent.
All right, old man.
देखिए,
Please carry
Arnab,
on.
you were saying that you think that you are an intelligent person. As a teacher, I would say your IQ level is below average, and you are an idiot.
Favorite question.
I don't think I am.
You do
Let's
not
get back
know
to our
anything
favorite
about
question.
economics. वहाँ जाके
पढ़ाई
बीच
कहाँ से
आया
करी है
है,
सर
तुम जाके
आपने?
ऑक्सफोर्ड और हार्वर्ड में तुम्हें हिंदुस्तान के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता है. ना तुम्हें
आपने पढ़ाई कहाँ से करी है सर? और टीचर कहाँ के हैं? आप कोई प्रश्न नहीं बताते हैं.
अरे हिंदू कॉलेज के टॉपर है हम, हिंदू कॉलेज के टॉपर है हम, अखिल स्वामी, हिंदू कॉलेज के टॉपर है हम. आप कहाँ के टॉपर है
यार? तुम नकल करके पास हुए हो यार, तुम नकल करके पास हुए हो. अच्छा सुनो मेरी बात, एक मिनट सुनो चुपचाप.
अच्छा सर.
वर्ल्ड में there are 2 type of lobbies. One lobby is China, North Korea, Iran and Russia. You are cut off from that totally. China stood with Pakistan in Operation Sindoor. You said, your leader said that
watch your language, huh? Watch your language. Watch your language, huh? Watch your language. I'll throw you out of my program. You watch your language. Watch your language. Watch your language, huh?
डोनाल्ड ट्रंप को
अपने जबान पे लगाम लगाइए. जबान पे लगाम.
आपके सुहेल ने डोनाल्ड ट्रंप को इडियट कहा है. चाइना, नॉर्थ कोरिया, रशियन लॉबी से आप बाहर हैं, और अमेरिकन लॉबी जिसके लिए हवन कराया था आप लोगों ने, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के और हाफ पैंट वालों ने और चड्डी वालों ने, उसको आप कह रहे हैं पागल, उसको कह रहे हैं
ये निकृष्ट आदमी है. ये
व्हाट अ लो लेवल आर्गुमेंट.
इसकी उम्र और उसके सफेद बालों का लिहाज किया जा रहा है यहाँ पर.
रजत, आई थिंक यू शुड हिट बैक. रजत, बहुत हो गई डिसेंसी. रजत, यू शुड हिट बैक.
आपको
this guy, please,
पढ़ना चाहिए.
does he think that foreign policy is black and white the way he wants to portray? And this man calls himself a teacher. What do you teach, sir? What knowledge do you have?
Nothing.
Arnab, this man, he comes up on your television discussions each time and makes a fool out of himself. He makes a fool out of the college that he teaches in. He doesn't know jack shit about anything. Forget about foreign policy, forget about economics. He doesn't know anything. And I can tell you that. Do you think foreign policy is as black and white as this idiot is trying to make out over here by calling others names?
अरे मिस्टर सेठी, आप एंटायर पॉलिटिकल साइंस के स्टूडेंट है क्या?
अरे सर आप बेवकूफी वाली बातें करना बंद करिए। आप हर बार टीवी पे आते हैं और हर बार जलील होके जाते हैं। आपको इतनी जिल्लत इस बुढ़ापे में हजम कैसे होती है?
तुम्हारे जैसे बदतमीज हैं, बेशरम लोग हैं।
नहीं है सर, आप गंदी भाषा बोल रहे हैं। आपके सफेद बालों का लिहाज कर रहा हूं, वरना मैं आपको ऐसी तैसी करता यहाँ पे
टीचर को, एक सनातनी ब्राह्मण को बेइज्जत करते हो तुम लोग। गैर सनातनी विरोधी लोग, मांस खाने वाले, खाने वाले लोग।
गुण है नहीं आपके अंदर।
सनातनी ब्राह्मण का पान।
Now I think that what's happening is I must say tonight that we reduce the volume. I have something to say to him. I feel somewhere that Mr. Swami is ill-equipped to participate with any amount of intellectual content on this debate. I'm not throwing him out, but I must say that he's lowering the standards of this debate. We must bring it back. We must not allow him to lower the standards of the debate. Anmol, I want to come to you. So facts are, and let's argue facts. If Rahul Gandhi loves China, I say that China's youth unemployment has exceeded a staggering 20%. It's reached an all-time high of 21.3%, forcing authorities to suspend the data series to reassess how numbers were compiled. China is still reeling under the property crisis, right? And US and Europe investment to India shot up by $65 billion, whereas investments to China fell below $20 billion. Jyotsna, we are all, everything in this world today, everything is compared to the other thing. Chinese stocks have been removed from critical stock market indices. China's economy is fighting the longest streak of falling consumer prices since 1999. It indicates, consumer price index indicates weakness in overall demand. So the crisis is in China. If there's any economy which is dying, Anmol, Jyotsna, I would argue that it is China, not India.
Arnab
and China is Rahul's evergreen favorite. Jyotsna.
Anmol ji, 1 minute. Arnab ji, I was listening to all the panelists, the other side who were defending Rahul Gandhi ji. My point was, why did they forget about the $81 billion FDI that has come into the country, and which is because of which we are, I think, the South Asia's top investment destination today. As I speak now, just yesterday, we had Google investing $6 billion in Indian data center, that too in Visakhapatnam, in Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? Why is India's economy dead? Again, as I repeat myself, Arnabji, India's economy is not dead. Only these people who want India to suffer and who want Indians to suffer, they will be dead and buried.
Wise run.
I'm sorry, I have to say this. Because time and again, they insult India. Time and again, they think that they can do this and they can continue doing this. Now, my point is, we'll engage in, as a country, we'll engage in fair, mutually beneficial trade with any country. There's no doubt about it. But we are not ready to get bullied. And again, tariffs ke liye, when you have to respond to tariffs, it's not with tantrums or it's not by bullying your own country. You have to respond back with strategy. You have to respond back with strategy.
Yeah.
These people lack that, Arnabji. I'm sorry to say.
I think I'll tell you one thing. We are facing challenging times because we are on a sharp growth curve. The fact is, Anmol, we may have differences, but Modi, the economic management has led to India's growth being faster than what the Congress had projected. Congress target for third largest economy was 2043 or 2045. Under Modi, we will be achieving that by 2028, which is 15-16 years ahead of the Congress target. America is getting worried. If we continue to grow like this, we will soon become the size of the American economy. Now, as Indians, what should we do? And as I open up to calls, should we not say that, okay, we are with our Prime Minister, let's fight and let's get our place in the world? Let's not do this Mir Jafar Giri,
I think there's no point discussing about a party which fails even to articulate a vision for our country. There's no point discussing about Rahul Gandhi. The fact is that Narendra Modi ji, it was our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji who showcased his personal chemistry with the US President Donald Trump and showcased it as a diplomatic triumph. From Howdy Modi in Texas to Namaste Trump in Ahmedabad, it was projected as a master stroke of diplomacy. But it stands exposed today. It is Donald Trump which has imposed a tariff of 25% and
Rajat is on
India saying that it's a dead economy. Suhail Sethji was on a debate.
This is a wrong deduction for President Trump. Trade remains paramount. Throughout his statement, he claims that Prime Minister Modi remains his personal friend. He is not discounting his personal relationship. Also, let me put things in context. Look at what happened to Brazil. Brazil has a 50% tariff. The base tariff that is there for India, which was being thought about, was 20% any which way. Without a deal, without a negotiation concluding, he did not slap India with a tariff the way he is trying to do with BRICS and the other countries in his neighborhood.
Okay, we are opening up the lines. We got Varadan from Chennai. Let's open up. Varadan from Chennai, your call first. We got 5 callers to Varadan. Yes, sir.
Calling you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I am the viewer of Republic Channel daily.
Thank you, sir.
Akhil Swami is like Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi was happy about the Indian economic debt. I am requesting Rahul Gandhi could have learned lesson from Shashi Tharoor. He told Indian negotiation team is doing their best against the American team. We could not worry about any talk fail in the tariff. India is the largest market.
Right.
We could have survived.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for calling. Nimish from Mumbai. Nimish.
Hi, Arnab.
Hi, Nimish.
Yeah, see, we need to look at Rahul Gandhi in different way. Mohammad Ghauri attacked us 17 times. And when he won finally, we were slaughtered for 800 years. Rahul Gandhi lost 90 times. He has to win only once. And then we are doomed again. So we need to be very careful of Rahul Gandhi. He is not dumb.
I know he's doing this to a plan which is more worrying. Vipul Nandlal from Ahmedabad. Vipul.
नमस्कार अर्नब जी।
नमस्कार विपुल जी।
ये मैं राहुल गांधी के साथियों को कहना चाहता हूं कि अगर भारत की इकोनॉमी डेड है तो राहुल गांधी का पिछले साल भारत में कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है शेयर मार्केट में जरा सर्च कर लो। 5 करोड़ से ज्यादा उसने लास्ट ईयर इन्वेस्ट किया है। 46 लाख से ज्यादा उनका प्रॉफिट है। तो क्यों वो इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं अगर डेड है तो?
चेक करना पड़ेगा विपुल जी। थैंक यू। Sri Charan from Bengaluru. Sri Charan ji.
Hi, Arnab sir.
Hi.
I wouldn't like to make any insults or anything as such, but my point is, I find it irresponsible for Rahul Gandhi to call the Indian economy dead.
Yes, right.
The same Indian economy that's now the 5th largest, the same Indian economy that's attracting record FDIs, leading in digital payments, and it has around 15 crore UPI users.
And he says the economy is dead. A dead economy, Sri, does not become an exporting hub. A dead economy does not topple USA's visa to become the #1 payment system. A dead economy does not become an artificial intelligence hub. A dead economy does not become the world leader in intangible investment. It doesn't. I agree with you. Tausif is looking quiet tonight. Sunita from Palakkad. Hi, Sunita.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, hi Arnab.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm a regular viewer of your 9 Club debate.
Thank you.
And I just see this is now really from the time I have seen Mr. Rahul Gandhi speak on this matter. It has been, in fact, one of your panelists who was just going on asking you to prove whether Donald Trump insulted India. Yes, he did. But why doesn't he understand that he did it in interest of his nation? Okay, if he has tried to insult India, he has done it in the interest of his nation. So I have and I think our leader of opposition feels that opposition means to oppose. This is what I have seen in the last number of years that he's become from the time
Sunita.
he has become.
I agree, Sunita.
Because I can't call him directly, so I'm just putting it through your...
No, it makes sense.
Not opposing and working in the interest of the nation. Let's see if things work for him.
Absolutely, absolutely. I have 2 more callers right now. Tausif, you're listening? Are you listening, Tausif?
I'm listening. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You remember when 21,000 kilograms of gold were airlifted from India under the Congress rule because of the balance of payments crisis? Or you forgotten that?
No, I remember.
You remember that or not?
I remember that Mr. Modi invited his the close friend Donald Trump in a stadium in front of tens and thousands of
Yeah,
people.
so he did. So what's the
and
big
said
deal?
he is my friend.
No,
And
but
that
he
friend
may
is
be his friend,
backstabbing.
but he has not compromised India's interest.
So Trump is backstabbing.
Who was Kwataroki's
while
friend?
Modi is
Who was
silent.
Kwataroki's
Why
friend?
is Mr.
Who
Modi
was Kwataroki's friend? The nation
Trump-
wants to know.
Why is Mr. Modi so scared of Trump? This is
Arey,
what
if he was
hurts
scared
us.
of Trump, would he
Why
be
Mr.
staring
Modi
Trump
cannot
back and
speak
saying,
up?
I'm not going to compromise
Mr.
on my
Modi
country's
must
national
speak up.
interest?
Arnab, this
No, he must contradict.
For the last 1
Mr.
month,
Modi
he has been
must
parroting
say that Indian
Modi
economy
ne
is not
trade
dead.
deal कर ली
Okay, 1 minute left.
देश का security बेच
what
दिया.
Trump is
This
saying.
was his line
It
of
is
attack
first
for the
Mr.
last
Modi
1
who
month.
has
Now
to
he's
take the
saying
lead
that there is
in
no trade deal.
contradicting Trump.
You can't be talking both sides, Mr. Tausif. For 1 long month, you only said that Prime Minister Modi has done some kind of a trade deal for ceasefire. You kept parroting that line. You kept wasting the time of Republic's viewers through that fake news of
Modi
yours.
is quite
And now you say that, now you flip that equation. That where is the trade
We're
deal?
wrapping.
Prime Minister
Dr.
Modi-
V. Murli Krishna from Jamshedpur.
अर्नब जी नमस्कार।
Namaskar, sir.
ये बड़ी सी दुर्भाग्य की बात है कि जब विदेश का एक राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप कहता है कि भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था मर गई है, मृत है, और उसी को हमारे देश के लोग दोहरा रहे हैं। इससे ज्यादा दुर्भाग्य भारत के लिए कुछ दूसरा नहीं
हो सकता।
ये हम जब भी कोई तरक्की करता है तो लोग उससे जलते हैं। जलने वाले दुश्मन होते हैं, दुश्मन का साथ देने वाला भी दुश्मन होता है। ये बात को
बिल्कुल सही बोल रहे हैं। लास्ट कॉलर जी विश्वनाथन जी मुंबई से।
Yes, sir. Good evening, Arnab. This is nice talking to you.
Great.
I'm a chartered accountant. I've been watching this program with enthusiasm.
Thank you, sir.
My only question to you, Arnab, don't call this idiot in the program like Rahul. He has no sense. What he is talking about is it's a great damage to the country.
I agree, sir.
Indian. I feel so sad that such a guy is being glorified. What do we do this?
I am with you in this, sir. But we put all sides of the story so we know which one is right. I thank you all. I thank you for your viewership and for your support and for your belief. And let's be proud today that the Malegaon verdict has exposed the conspiracy, the lie called Hindu terrorism. There is nothing called saffron terrorism. Those who created and concocted this must apologize. I'll see you tomorrow without fail. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
Play it your way. Sarah, this is your space, play it your way.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
Play it your way. This is your space, play it your way.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
No, it is not a gift to China. What is important here to figure out is what is it that India wants? Mr. Trump is talking about reciprocal tariff. In the process, what will happen is that India has an $80 billion worth of.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Sarah, this is your space, play it your way.
हम अपने रिफॉर्म्स और अपने किसानों, MSME और उद्यमियों की कड़ी मेहनत के बल पर 11वीं सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था से शीर्ष 5 अर्थव्यवस्थाओं में से एक बन गए हैं।
Union Commerce Minister says India's national interests first priority as he briefs Lok Sabha on the tariffs announced by Trump.
I'm extremely grateful to all of you. I'm extremely grateful to the environment, to my nation, and all those who stood by me. I am extremely grateful first and foremost to my organization, which is known to hold the hand of their own soldiers and their own officers. I was accused of something. Today I have been exonerated. I'm out of it. I'm happy about it.
His first reaction after acquittal, Colonel Purohit roars, Jai Hind.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, the lies of the Congress party about saffron terror are debunked as all the 7 accused in the Malegaon case are totally acquitted. At 9 o'clock tonight, the bitterness of being Rahul Gandhi, as he calls the world's 4th largest economy, a dead economy. Rahul Gandhi says the Indian economy is a dead economy, according to him. And ladies and gentlemen, 17 years, ladies and gentlemen, 17 years after the Malegaon blast, a special NIA court in Mumbai has acquitted all the 7 accused, including former BJP MP Sadhvi Pragya Thakur, including the nationalist Colonel Brigadier Shrikant Purohit in the 2008 Malegaon blast case. And ladies and gentlemen, it's taken 17 years. After 17,000 headlines about saffron terrorism, after 17 lakh abuses about Hindus being terrorists, after 17 crore false allegations that Hindus carry out terrorism in India, the Congress party, which says that 26/11 was an RSS conspiracy, after all these lies of the Congress party and the determined attempts of the Congress party The absolutely determined attempts of the Congress party to rationalize Islamist terrorism by drawing a false equivalence with a non-existent phenomenon called Hindu terrorism. That entire conspiracy behind it has been laid bare. And all those acquitted include former BJP MP Pragya Singh Thakur, former military intelligence officer, in fact, serving military intelligence officer, Brigadier Shrikant Prasad Purohit, Major Ramesh Upadhyay, Ajay Rahirkar, Samir Kulkarni, Sudhakar Chaturvedi and Sudhakar Dwivedi, all of whom were falsely called by Sonia Gandhi as terrorists, by Rahul Gandhi as terrorists, by Chidambaram, Sushil Kumar Shinde as terrorists. Today they are all quiet when the NIA court says that the prosecution failed to prove the case. The provision of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act are not applicable, the court said, and they are silent today. They are silent when the court has said that there is no evidence to prove at all that Colonel Shrikant Purohit had sourced RDX from Kashmir and assembled the bomb at his residence. When the court has said that all this was one big lie by the Congress party. One amazing falsification of fact, which just shows how vicious the Congress party was about Hinduism and Hindutva. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember the day I interviewed Sadhvi Pragya Thakur. And coincidentally, I would like to point out here today that that interview was done by me on the 29th of October, 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 days after I did the interview in which Sadhvi Pragya Thakur named Parambir Singh as one of the officers who had tortured her, that was her clear allegation, they arrested me. Maybe they felt I was speaking too much and too loud, and like Shrikant Purohit and like Sadhvi Pragya Thakur, I also deserved to be taught a lesson by this Congress ecosystem, which we, the nationalists of India, will always question. Not because we have a problem with that Congress ecosystem, but because we dislike the way in which that Congress ecosystem stands against Hindus, Hindutva and Hinduism. And we dislike the fact that that Congress ecosystem, led at that point of time by same Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, tried to say that Hindu terrorism is a phenomenon which exists. So anyway, in that interview that I had done 5 days before, this Congress ecosystem arrested me. This Congress ecosystem arrested me. Sadhvi Pragya Thakur had said that then ATS officer Parambir Singh had brutally tortured her, beaten her with a belt, forced her onto a wired belt and surrounded by officers who thrashed her relentlessly. And if you think that is a lie, ladies and gentlemen, just hear this. Hear this.
उन्होंने पूरा सर्कल बनाया और सर्कल बना करके एक साथ पीटा। पहले मुझे खड़ा करके पीटा, उसके बाद मुझे बिठा दिया। तो खड़े जब किया तो खड़े होने के बाद मेरे पूरे पैरों में, पूरे हाथों में इतनी बुरी तरह से मारा बेल्टों से कि वो असहनीय होता है। उसके बाद मुझे बिठा दिया जाता है और बिठाने के बाद तलवों में और पैरों में इतने बेल्ट मारे जाते हैं एक साथ कि अकल्पनीय होता है किसी के लिए। सुनना भी शायद कष्टकारी है, इसलिए लोग रोते हैं हमारी बातों को सुन करके। मुझे भी बड़ा कष्ट तब हो जाता है। लेकिन इतना मारा और मारने पर भी इसको संतुष्टि नहीं हुई परमबीर सिंह को। और इस परमबीर सिंह ने एक इंस्पेक्टर थी और एक इंस्पेक्टर था, इनके बेल्ट छीने और छीन करके कहा कि तुम लोगों में ताकत नहीं है, मुझे लाओ, इसको तो मैं देखता हूं। और गालियों के साथ, इसको साली के साथ और तमाम गालियां देते हुए इसको तो मैं देखता हूं। और जितनी इनमें ताकत थी वो पूरी ताकत इन्होंने मेरे ऊपर बरसा दी बेल्टों को मारते हुए। और इस व्यक्ति को हम यदि कोई भी उपमा दे वो छोटी होगी, राक्षस भी कहे तो भी छोटा होगा, क्योंकि ये बहुत ही निम्न स्तर का व्यक्ति है।
Ladies and gentlemen, within 5 days of that interview, they arrested me. No problem. I came out stronger. But I would like to ask not just the Congress, but the BJP today. I want to ask the BJP that what is the BJP government, both in Maharashtra and at the center, going to do to act against those people who falsified the case, is it not the responsibility of the now central and state government to file an appropriate case against those people who falsified evidence? Why is it that in this country you can torture someone, you can pull out false testimonies, you can put people in jail, you can torture people, and then you are allowed to get away with it, while the person like Sadhvi Pragya Thakur was brought out after she was thrashed by these police officers. I now want to run full frame the pictures of her when she came out of questioning. And I want to ask the Congress and the BJP, why are you quiet today? Does it not make you angry? I want to ask the central government today and the state government today, that have you not seen the pictures? Forget the fact that she's a ex-BJP MP. Look at the pictures of her when she came out. Tortured and beaten so badly she could not stand. She had to be pulled out on a stretcher. And you have called this lady who was thrashed and beaten by cops with a belt, you've called her a terrorist. Is her acquittal enough? I say it's not enough. There must be anger in this country at the sheer injustice of what happened to her. Just because the Congress wanted to equalize the Hafiz Saeed. So they created a story that for every Hafiz Saeed there is a Hindu terrorist. And watch her, ladies and gentlemen, hug Uma Bharti there. For Uma Bharti felt the pain that Sadhvi Pragya Thakur was going through, and even today, let me tell you, she has been beaten so badly physically, ladies and gentlemen. And the people who say, Ladki hoon, lad sakti hoon, Priyanka Vadra will be quiet today because it's okay for them that a woman was beaten and tortured so badly and brutalized so badly that even today, the scars on her body have not healed. And we think that in our country, all we have to do is say, okay, acquittal. And what will bring the career and the life of Colonel Shrikant Purohit back? I have had the privilege of knowing him. And I can tell you he's a tough man and a complete nationalist. His family stood by him like a rock. But is it not necessary today for everyone in our institutions, including all people in our armed forces, to come out and say that Colonel Shrikant Purohit, you suffered a lot and it was not fair on you? Colonel and now Brigadier Shrikant Purohit, a complete hero. He's dedicated his entire life for the country. And he paid a price for it. He paid a price for us. He was in jail for almost a decade. He was tortured, beaten. A serving army officer in our country gets tortured in our police stations, beaten, threatened, traumatized. And we say it's okay. Was that not a conspiracy against the Indian army itself? Can anyone question that? This is not a political point I'm making. Forget what P. Chidambaram wanted to do, forget what Rahul Gandhi or Digvijay Singh wanted to do, forget what Sushil Kumar Shinde wanted to do. They wanted to fight the BJP, the RSS, but they also fought the Indian army. Hindu Atankwad, Bhagwa Atankwad, Fauji Atankwad, why? So that within a few weeks of 26/11, Manmohan Singh could sit and watch cricket with the Pakistani president. They wanted to take the whole argument of Islamist terrorism in India, led by groups like SIMI and PFI, ably supported by the Lashkar-e-Toiba, backed by the ISI. They wanted to put a cover on it because they wanted Aman Ki Asha. They wanted to watch Qawwalis with popcorn. They wanted to play down the angle of terrorism. So they created the whole issue of Hindu terrorism. And that is why Colonel Shrikant Purohit was stripped of his identity, abducted, put in a chartered plane, detained even before any formal arrest. I know there are limitations on Colonel Shrikant Purohit today. I know he cannot speak till he is given official permission by the Indian Army. But someone must speak for him. Someone must tell he is running away from our reporter, not because he does not want to speak. It's because even today, he is a disciplined army officer. He knows that what Republic is saying is correct. But as a disciplined army officer, he is maintaining the